In this DIY, I'll be using this brand new GEODE mold from Dollar Tree, and it was only $1.25. Okay, so I'm just going to put this here, and I'm going to use some of my UV resin. Now, you can use regular resin as well, but today I'm just going to go ahead and use some of my UV resin because it's a whole lot faster. So I have some of these Dollar Tree cups. I'm going to take one for now, and because I have such a large container, I'm just going to pour some in this cup. So the first thing I'm going to do is just make sure my resin mold is clean. So I'm just going to pour a thin layer on the bottom. Okay, that looks pretty good. I don't see any bubbles. I think I need to pour a little bit more resin right here in this corner. So now I'm going to put my UV glasses on, slide this right inside here, and let this sit up for about a minute and a half. So while that's going on, I'm going to take a second cup and take a small popsicle stick and take some of my purple mica powder and put it right inside. Now I'm going to take some UV resin. I think that's enough. Put it inside and mix it. Make sure you scrape down the sides. Mix it really well. You don't want any specks. You want it really smooth and glossy. So once you get that mix, you put that aside. I also have some of these little flakes from Dollar Tree. These are gold. They have these in rose gold and silver as well, and I have those. I'll do some rose gold and silver coasters in the near future, so stay tuned. So what I did was put some in a cup. I did this ahead of time and just mixed in some resin with it and just mix it up like that. So I have that. I'm keeping this GEODE really simple because we're just starting, right? So we have our first layer that's already set up. I'm using this background because it's easier for you guys to see it. We're going to take our purple or whatever color you choose and go around the edge. And it's okay if you get more on one side than the other because it's a GEODE. They are not perfectly round or anything, right? Okay. So now I'm going to take some clear and just go in there. Now I also have some gold crushed glass, so I'm going to use it. You can use whatever glass, you can use clear, it's up to you. But I just so happen to have some gold. And I'm going to put some right in the middle. And now I'm going to take some of my gold flakes and put it right in the midst of that. Honestly, if you don't have any crushed glass, you can just use the gold flakes with the resin in the center and it'd be just as pretty. I'm just mixing that in. Now I'm going to go back in with some clear just to break it up some more. Come in with a really thin stream of the purple. Now come back in with the last little bit of clear. You can take your popsicle stick and just kind of go in and out. I still have a little bit of clear. Come back again one more time, right on the edge. And just break it up a little bit. And when you're satisfied with how it looks, go ahead and check it for bubbles. Now I do have a torch. You have to be really fast with this. You can also use one of those long stick lighters from Dollar Tree. So now I'm just going to transfer this. And then I'm going to let it go for about a minute and a half. Okay, so guys, this is what we have. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. I went ahead and put some clear on top, like so. And I'm just going to use this cup to move it to the edges. And then I'm going to put this under the UV light for another minute. This is what we have. I'm going to let this cool down and then we'll come back and unmold. Okay, so let's go ahead and unmold this. We have a little bit of oval pour here. So what I would do for that is take a pair of scissors and just cut that oval pour off. Like so. Just clean up around it if you need to. Again, this is a very simple geode. As we go along, I'll continue to make them a little bit more decorative, add more colors. This is the bottom, and this is the top. Isn't that pretty? Now, if you want to, you can go around the outside of it with some gold. I'm not going to do that because of the way I'm going to use it. So this is going to be the side that I display. I'm going to display this in a shadow box type frame. This is going to be the back. So I'm going to take 3 of these beads and glue them to the back. And I'm going to glue them like right here where they're not so noticeable. So I'm just going to zap it. They're not so noticeable from the front. Okay, so let's just put this aside. Next up, I have this golden frame from Dollar Tree, and as you can see, it says "Let It Be." That's a really cute background too. But I went ahead and removed those little tabs that hold this background in place. So what I'm going to do is glue my glass in place. I'm going to take some Gorilla Glue and go around the edge of the frame. There's a really thin bead in there. Drop that in place. Put a little weight on there. And let that set up. Now as for this piece, I'm going to take this outside and spray paint this background white. I'll do that and come back. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like after I painted the background white. So what I'm going to do now is add some white glitter to it. And I have some white glitter that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. And I'm sure you can find it on Amazon as well. If you don't want to use white glitter, you can use like a white background, whatever color you want really. I'm going to take some Wicked Stick It, or you can use some Mod Podge, it's up to you. Now pour on my glitter. Alright, so I shook off the excess. I'm going to allow that to dry, and then I'm going to apply one more coating of the Wicked Stick It or Mod Podge, and then add another coating of glitter. Once it's done, I will completely seal it with clear spray paint, and it'll be ready. Once you do that, you'll have this. It's completely dry. Here I have my geode. And again, I have my beads on the back, so I'm just going to take some of my Gorilla Glue and put it right on the bead and inside the bead. We still have our hook on the back. I like the angle. Now I will allow the glue to set up, and then I'll come back and put everything together. Okay guys, so back to our frame with the glass. It's glued in place, and I've already cleaned it. So now I'm going to add some of this gold mirror tile. These are the larger pieces. It's going to go right there. So I'm just going to take one row and glue it all the way around. Okay, so that's what we have now on the inside. So now I'm going to take my piece and glue it in place. Okay, so I'm just going to hold this down and add some hot glue. You want to hold this down until the hot glue sets up. And this is what we have. I'm going to leave this like this so you can hang it, but I want to show you another way that you can use it as well. You can actually put it on a candle base. And of course, I found this at Dollar Tree. And display it like that. Naturally, you want to display it against the wall so you don't see the back. But that's the look itself. Isn't it cute? Naturally, if you want this to be more permanent, then use some strong glue. I'm just going to reinforce it a little bit in the back. If you want to, you can take 2 of these frames and then glue them together, and then you'll have a geode on each side. I thought about doing that too. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that look. So I'll put this on display and then let you see what it looks like.